Happy Sunday. This is Bobby and JJ Radio. We have a second-time offender of Mr. Bobby and JJ Radio is Jonathan Sarabia with LiftFund. He's been in the industry for almost a decade and a half, so I'm assuming you started when you were 8. And he's been
born into it.
That's it. And from the crib on, right? And now you've been with LiftFund for about 3 years.
4 going on 4 years.
Going on 4?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, first and foremost, tell everyone that's listening right now, either on the radio or going to see our YouTube, what is LiftFund, who do you service, and what do you do here in San Antonio?
So LiftFund is a nonprofit organization that helps businesses with access to capital. So we help out businesses that aren't able to get loans through traditional means. So banks or credit unions. Traditionally, it's the startup businesses, but we do help out businesses that are existing and just might not meet the requirements of a bank. So whether that be their credit score is not quite there, or maybe the collateral requirements, or maybe just the industry that they're in. And so we want to help assist those businesses with loans, and then we also teach workshops and have technical assistant one-on-one business advising as well.
So who's your typical client?
Typically it's startups. So I'd say about 40 to 50% are startups. And then the other half is going to be businesses that maybe have had some life struggles as far as the owners. Mm-hmm. So their credit is not quite there. So we want to be able to lend them money and grow them and meet the requirements for a bank so we could eventually graduate them to a bank. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of sounds like a weird business model that we want to lose our best customers.
Yeah, exactly.
But that means we're doing our job, and as a not-for-profit,
mm-hmm. Can we talk about what the interest rate difference would be since they're not going to a traditional bank?
Yeah. So interest rates are going to be slightly higher because we are taking a little bit more risk. Now to offset,
but at least they're getting money, right? Because they got denied already.
Exactly, and we are within usury laws, so our maximum interest rate will be 18%, and that's going to be your smaller loans. Mm-hmm. However, to offset that, we do get grants from organizations that are special funding. So we actually have, right now, we just got awarded a $250,000 in interest from the city of San Antonio, where we'll be lending at 0%. And so we do get buy down money like that. We do have some for minority owners, for women-owned businesses.
Okay. So JJ can finally start up that lawn business. Mm-hmm. He's called the Lawn Ranger.
The Lawn Ranger?
So, yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for your mariachi business.
Yeah, JJ, he started it. He gave up on it.
I mean, the stitching just was never right. And so we just kind of said, we're going to just go stick to the real estate game because that's really what we know. Okay.
And you're good at it. So.
I know, for sure. Yeah, we're good at one of them, right? So let's talk about how did you get into this side of the business then?
Yeah, so I was in banking. I got in banking when I was 17 years old. So that's why I've been in for about 14 years
like
now.
A vampire. Got it.
So when I got it in, I was in traditional banking, so banks and credit unions. And so after about 10 years, I got tired of declining people. Mm-hmm. And so I thought I just didn't want to be in banking anymore. So I took about a 6-month break, and what I realized was I was actually just tired of declining people that really needed the help. Yeah. And so I would help out. I would refer business over to LiftFund. Mm-hmm. Before I was a referral partner. And so then when I decided to get back into banking, I said, well, I want to work for LiftFund.
Sure.
And so I approached LiftFund, and here I am.
That's awesome. So walk us through, obviously we have Jordy here. She's an independent business owner. Bobby and I are as well. Walk us through being a new client or the process of just starting everything up. How does it work?
Yeah, so
typically
our clients are referrals. So we get referred from a referral partner. We'll set up an appointment, and I'll meet with them and go over our guidelines. So we'll go over guidelines of what we're looking for. So that's collateral, credit, and capacity. And we'll kind of see, okay, what are your needs right now? How much can we qualify you for? At that point, we'll start an application. Once we submit an application, then we'll ask for documentation. Obviously, we're not just going to lend to you based off of what you say.
So yeah.
So then we'll ask for documentation to support it. Once we receive all the documentation, I do a preliminary review and send it to an underwriter. Our underwriter will then make a decision, and then we set a closing. So we try to close all of our loans within 25 days, so from application to funding in under 25 days. Sometimes it can be in as little as a week. I'm working on one right now that application was last week, we're closing this week. So it just really depends on how quickly the business owner gets us the documents back that we need.
So how small is the smallest, or what's the highest and lowest that you'll go on a loan?
So lowest is $500. Highest is going to be $500,000.
So what are you doing with 500? Yeah.
Well, that's going to be
like
your
logo.
That's like your home-based businesses that might be someone selling stuff at the flea market.
So it's not for gas money.
No, it's not for gas money. Or maybe they just need like $1,000 for a marketing campaign, a small marketing campaign. Those are some of the needs there for the smaller ones.
So 500 to, you said?
Half a million.
$500,000. Wow. So who's borrowing $500,000?
So those are going to be for real estate security. So if someone wants to purchase an office, a little office space, or they want to purchase some type of real estate, then anything over $250,000, we want real estate secured.
Gotcha. So what are some other stuff between the $500 and $250,000 that you've seen a business owner use this money for?
So we do it for working capital. So that may be payroll expenses, marketing. It may also be to fulfill a contract. So maybe if they're a contractor and they need some working capital to pay their employees during that time.
Right.
Purchasing equipment, purchasing real estate, sometimes vehicles. So if they're in the transportation business and they need a new truck, that's an equipment type purchase.
Sure.
Lease build out. So if they're moving into a new lease space and they need to build it out, leasehold improvements as well.
Like, cool. And so as collateral with some of these, like, maybe more seasoned owners, what is some collateral? Is it a percentage of their business, or is this straight like interest and then you pay it back with terms?
Yeah, so the collateral we get very creative with. We can use equipment that they currently own, or they're going to be using our funds to purchase.
So Bob has over 400 Jordans. And,
Yeah, we can use your Jordans.
but they're all a size 6, which is really weird.
Women's.
Yeah, women's 6.
So women's 6, so it's really a 4.5 men's.
Yeah. So,
Well, we hope you pay us back so we don't have to liquidate those.
yeah. But I guess that wouldn't be great collateral.
No, we've used jewelry before.
Oh.
We've used, we can use stock. We can use an assignment of life insurance policy.
Oh, okay.
So collateral is not really an issue there because we'll figure out a way to get the deal done.
Gotcha.
So you can use your slap bracelet.
Yeah. I got a bunch. Cool. Well, obviously, if you're an independent business owner looking for even some startup capital to merge and acquire, to build out a space, or even buy real estate, please contact Mr. Jonathan Sarabia. You can contact them directly at 210-919-5526, and that's 919-5526, or you can check out the company at LiftFund.com.